Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Cody, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Legacy here in Greenville. And I wanted to kind of make this page to educate you about all things homes, inspections, kind of the negotiating process, kind of what I can do to help you buy or sell a house, and kind of explain to you my background, why I'm unique, and how I can help you the best. So my thing is I don't want to be a salesman. I really want to just be honest. I want to help you. I genuinely want to help everybody find their home because I've learned very quickly and throughout the years that a house is a house, but a home is your home. So most of you may know me from my many years of retail experience. Some of you may know me from college, and some of you may know me as a neighbor. So I've lived in Greenville all my life. I'm originally from Camp Creek. I guess you could call me a Creeker. I'm a South Green alumni, a Walter State alumni, and an ETSU alumni. So my degree is in radio, TV, film with a minor in digital media, and I also have a associate's in mass communication. So kind of unique, kind of different, but it allows me to make cool videos like this to show you. So going back to the history, like I said, I've worked in retail management for 8 years. That's all I've done since I was 17. I've worked. But, I kind of want to do something different, and I believe that stems from, I guess we can go all the way back to 2011. So as you know, or if you don't know, let me go ahead and tell you. So in 2011 in April in Camp Creek, there was I believe it was a 2.5 tornado. And I believe 4 people lost their lives that day. Many lost their homes, us included. We lived in a 2-story log cabin, and the top was not log and beam. It was an addition, but the bottom was log and beam. And luckily, we didn't have a basement, but what had happened was where it was straight log and beam, it didn't move. It literally took the second half of the house and took it 180 degrees and just sat it in the front yard. Everybody was okay, but you learn very quickly, I guess, what it means to have a home versus a house, because that was our home. We had lived there for years, and I can still remember to this day the way it looked, the second story. The house is still there, but it's only a 1-story instead of 2. And immediately after, we built a brand new house, and that was really cool because we got to see from beginning to end the home building process. My dad was the general contractor, so he did it to kind of save money, but also he did it to make sure it was built the way he wanted it. Because if you know, Camp Creek gets very windy, and if you don't build a house right out there, it's not going to last. So it was really cool to kind of see the home building process. I actually helped do the wiring, the internet wiring. I didn't do the actual electrical. But it was really kind of interesting to see it from the framing to the finishing to turnkey walk in the door and you're living. And it was really cool because we went from basically nothing. And everyone was great, by the way. If you were watching this video and you helped during 2011, I want to thank you. Because I was only, I believe, 14 at the time. But you really were a big help. You, FEMA, Red Cross. Because without the people that helped, I don't think we would be where we are today. And I don't think I would be making this video today. Because that experience really taught me the importance of having a home. So back kind of to my background. So like I was saying, I'm a South Green alumni, proud rebel. And I went to Votech for a little bit, took computer science, took criminal justice. And over the years, I've kind of taken different paths, taken different directions. Originally, I wanted to do radio, TV, film, and that really threw me for a loop when I met my wife. So ironically, I met her at the bread aisle of the grocery store. Olivia, if you're watching this is going to be something funny to watch later. But that's where we met. And ironically, I used to work with my father-in-law, and I didn't know it at the time. And they would come shop every week, and just years later, we ended up meeting, getting married, and here we are today with a beautiful daughter she'll be a week old, 2 weeks old tomorrow, and it's been a blessing. And again, if you follow me on Facebook, you can see all the pictures, and she's just been a blessing in our life. A handful, but a blessing. So back to kind of me. So like I said, my degree is radio, TV, film. And again, I worked retail management for 8 years. And I kind of wanted to do this as a way to kind of do something different because I really love real estate. And also on top of that, I have rented two apartments. And I realized very quickly that when you rent, you're literally throwing your money away. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people, it's okay to rent because not everyone is in the right spot to buy, and that's fine. At some point in your life, you will be. And I will go ahead and tell you, it is the best investment you could make in your life because you build all that equity, and just really having your own home is awesome. So I bought my home when I was 21 years old, and yes, it was a fixer-upper. I actually bought it from my friend's parents. It was just too big for them, and I ended up with it. I love my home, but it needs work. I've done a whole lot of work to it, and during that time, I've learned really and truly what it means to be a homeowner. So I've painted basically every wall in this house. Almost every wall is agreeable gray. You can thank Olivia for that. I like the color, but she picked it out. But all, I believe, 14 rooms are agreeable gray. I've painted walls. I've done trim. I've done a little bit of electrical work. I've done flooring. 2 years ago, this is why I'm going to make an inspection video tomorrow. 2 years ago, we had to deal with a really big problem. So in the living room, I noticed there was a small leak. Well, that leak came from the roof, and that leak was there for quite a while. And that leak ran down the roof, ran down the wall, and almost $20,000 later, we replaced the wall and the roof. But I'm going to get into that video tomorrow. But again, that's kind of my background and why I think I'm unique to help you. So again, I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to sell you a home. I want to help put you in the right home. So with this house, if I would have used a realtor, I think honestly and truly, I would have made some different decisions, made some different calls, because it would have saved me a whole lot of money, saved me a whole lot of time, and gave me a whole lot of peace of mind. Because at 21 years old, you don't know what you're doing. I will admit that. I'm 27 now. I know a lot more what I'm doing. But at 21, I really had no idea. Had no clue about home ownership. I didn't know where a septic tank was. Now I know, once my basement's flooded after it backed up. I didn't know that water can get into the foundation. I'm dealing with that too, because we have one room that's built outside of the exterior wall that's supposed to be a safe room, and I don't believe it was sealed right. And because of that, I'm dealing with moisture, which normally wouldn't be a big deal because it's outside of the foundation, but my hot water heater's in there. So this spring, we're going to have to either dig up the room and reseal it, or we're going to have to seal it from the inside, because if you didn't know, hot water heaters are pretty expensive, and they're not hard to replace, but they are quite pricey, and you don't want to have to replace a hot water heater because it can get costly. So again, that's kind of about my house, my background. So again, my degree is in radio, TV, film. I've done retail management for 8+ years. Again, most of you probably know me from there. And if you don't know me, again, thank you for tuning in. And just like the channel, subscribe, and just follow me for more. I've got cool videos coming this week. I'm going to do a video on inspections. I'm going to do it in 5 different parts. I'm going to do a general inspection. I'm going to do one on radon, foundation checks, and I'll kind of play around with 2 more things to do. So come on, like this video, kind of comment, tell me what you think about it. And I eventually would like to grow it and have vendors come in and talk to people, inspectors, talk to builders, kind of get the inside scoop of real estate. And again, I want to just explain and tell you that I'm not trying to do it to be salesy. I'm really trying to do it to help you and put you in the right home, because at the end of the day, if you're in the right home, I'm happy, because I don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to have to fix $20,000 worth of repairs, and I don't want anyone to have to go through a tornado, because that really was a life-changing experience. And I believe at the end of the day, if I can help one person that's watched this find their home, then I've been successful. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for viewing. And like, comment, subscribe. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.